Good morning, boys. Today we are going to begin with the third part of the lesson, the environment and us. Till now, in part 1, we saw what is environment and regarding deforestation and pollution. In part 2, we saw about the need to maintain environmental balance, our needs and the environment, and global efforts for protection of the environment. Now, in this particular chapter, particular topic, we are going to see the efforts to maintain biodiversity, that is, biodiversity parks, the various parks which are there, which tries to conserve the biodiversity of the region. Then comes national parks, the most famous national parks which are there, which are important for the protection and conservation of the wildlife. And then comes the sanctuaries. Sanctuaries are the certain forest areas which are reserved for the protection and conservation of animals and plants. And the last is uh, so let us see first the biodiversity parks now. The last topic is Devra is a boon for all living creatures. So first see biodiversity parks. You can see the picture over there. An area which is reserved for the purpose of protecting and conserving the biodiversity of a region is called a biodiversity park. Now the area which is already being brought up by the nature, which is conserved for the purpose of biodiversity region, is called as biodiversity parks. In these parks, biodiversity is both preserved and studied. So here not only wildlife but also plants life is being conserved. So here you will see varieties of species of plants and animals. Everywhere you will see the greenery over there. People visiting such a park enjoy being close to nature. Then comes national parks. Some areas which are important for the protection of conservation of wildlife are reserved for them. For example, the Kanzaria National Park, the Tadoba National Park. So these are the two famous parks which are there. Tadoba National Park and the Kanzaria National Park, Kaziranga National Park. These two parks are having a variety of animals which are being conserved. Their life is being conserved there. So when you visit to these parks, you will come across a variety of animals there. So if you are interested in the wildlife, do visit these two parks, very famous for all the different species of animals there. Okay, so these areas have been preserved and they have been protected, so nobody can hunt the animals which are present over in this particular national parks. Then comes the sanctuaries. Certain forest areas are reserved for the protection and conservation of a particular animal or plant. Such a reserve area is called a sanctuary. Here you can see this particular area of the forest is being preserved. They are being conserved so that nobody can try to cut the trees and hunt the animals over these areas. They have been preserved and conserved. Such a reserve area is called a sanctuary. For example, the Radhanagari sanctuary for bisons. You can see the picture of the bison over there. This particular sanctuary is famous for that. If the plants on the earth are destroyed, the number of animals also fall. Understood? So if you try to cut down the forest, it will ultimately affect the animal's life. That is why this particular sanctuaries try to conserve the forest so that ultimately the animal's life is also being saved. That is why it is necessary to protect plants in the forest. If deforestation is stopped and instead tree plantation is stepped up, animals that depend on plants will get protection and thrive. Mayani Lake has formed due to a dam built on the Chand River in Satara district. So, if you see the pictures of the first two, here you will see the cutting down of the forest. Because of the huge cutting down of the forest, what happens? It will affect the wildlife. So, to save the wildlife, the first step which has to be taken is to stop cutting the forest. Okay, so that is how we are going to protect the thrive of the animal's life. You can see below there the pictures of the Mayani Lake, which has formed due to a dam built on the Chand River in Satara district. Here you can see Mayani Bird Sanctuary. Variety of birds like Maldok, and you can see Siberian cranes over here. Flamingos from the Siberia region in northern Asia migrate to this lake. You can see the pictures of the flamingo there. These particular birds try to migrate from Siberian regions in northern Asia. They come here to build their nest and they lay eggs there. Once the baby birds grow big enough, they return with them to the Siberia. In recent past, as the water level in the dam has fallen, the flamingos have stopped coming here. Okay, so due to the change in the environment now, you can see the water level is being going down in this particular dam or the lake, and so the flamingos have stopped coming because this area is having a shortage of water. Got it? You can see the picture over there, a flamingo with the small birds or the young ones of its. Once they grow old, they try to again migrate to their own place. Here you can see the pictures of the Great Indian Bustard. However, the lake has now been declared as a sanctuary for birds. The biggest Maldok Great Indian Bustard sanctuary in Asia is at Nanaj in Solapur district. This is also called as Maldok, and in English we called it as Great Indian Bustard. These huge weighty birds are famous for their graceful gait. These birds live in open grasslands. Okay, so they never live on the trees, they try to live on the open grasslands. These feed on insects, thus giving protections to crops in fields. Understood? These birds try to protect the crops because they try to kill the insects which are present on the crops. They are farmers' friends. That is why, because they try to help the farmers from killing the insects. As they are hunted for their meat and their egg, their number is fast dwindling. But nowadays they are being killed for their eggs and for their meat. Maharashtra state has declared the Nanaj area a sanctuary for the great Indian bustard. Deers are also found in these grasslands. So now because of the hunting of this particular bird, they are they are fast dwindling. Their number is being decreased, and now you can also see some deers over there which are found in these grasslands. About 50 kilometers from Pune on the Pune Ahmednagar highway, the village of Morachi Chinchuri is famous for its peacock population. You can see the peacock over there, the picture of the beautiful bird, national bird. The old, well looked after tamarind trees here have created a favorable environment for the birds. Now, the word itself, Chincholi, you will come to understand that this particular area is famous for the tamarind trees. You can see the picture of the tamarind given over there. So, because of this, it has created a favorable environment for these birds to live. Peafowl have found sanctuaries in this village. So, many variety of peacocks you will find in this particular village that is close to Pune Ahmednagar highway. It is called as Morachi Chinchori. So when you try to visit this place, you will do find that. Then comes Devrai is a boon for all living creatures. Indian cultures give importance to the protection of forest. That is why if you try to visit the places in India, you will see most of the areas are covered with greenery. The Devrai is an example. People believe that a Devrai is really a jungle reserved for God. Okay, so Devrai is the old word for the centuries. So in the olden period, people used to conserve the forest and the trees. So they used to call that place as Devrai. That is a place which is reserved for the god. No tree or plant in a Devrai is ever cut. That is why all trees in a Devrai are safe even today. So the trees which are found over this particular area, that is Devrai, they are very old because they are not being touched or cut. Maharashtra has many Devrais in Madhya Pradesh. They are known as Saranvan. Okay, so Maharashtra is having very number of Devrais here or centuries. Madhya Pradesh they call it as Saranvan. Devrais give shelter not only to the plants but also to the animals that live here. As you know that this particular area is conserving the plants or the trees which are grown from the olden days. Here you will see variety of plants and a variety of animals and different species of animals here. Also you can see in the picture the greenery, the trees which are grown in a huge number, dense forest because they are conserving the plants. Hence, Devrais or Shravanans can be called the centuries of ancient time. So, Saranvanas, which is called in the Madhya Pradesh, it is called as centuries of the ancient times. I hope I have made myself clear by explaining you the lesson in three parts. If you have any doubt, you can share your doubts on the online class. Question answers will be sent to you with this. Try to complete your book. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a good day. Thank you.